Right, hello everybody. Welcome to the lesson today. This is lesson 5 for phrasal verbs. Today we're going to look at movement, different kinds of movement. There are lots of phrasal verbs with movement. These are not all, there are many, many more, but I've tried to make a list of some very important ones, especially the ones we're going to start on. These are very important. If you use them, you will sound very natural. Your English will sound very, very natural. Okay? So let's look at them. First of all, we have 5 different verbs, at least 5 different verbs, which can use up to and over to. You can go over to someone, walk over to someone, run up to someone, drive over to someone, come up to someone. They're all the same. Up to and over to are the same, but go over to someone just means go. Maybe cycle over to someone. You really can use this with many different verbs, and I think for Russian students it's like podошел к нему or подбегал к нему. You can use it with many different words, and it's just like the prefix pod. To approach someone. To go over to someone is the same as to approach someone. To walk over to someone, the same. To walk up to someone, the same. Okay, so there's no difference between up to and over to, but we use this all the time. It's why we say come over here, because we're saying come over to me, come over here. Yeah, and then he came up to me and spoke to me. Okay, so you will see these all the time, you will hear them all the time. It's a very good way of just saying go over to somebody, or walk up to somebody, approach somebody. Okay? If you have any questions about any of these, please ask under the video. Start using them. They're very easy to use. There are lots of situations when you need to say, my wife came over to me and asked me a question, or the student came up to me and said I was wrong. Whatever, but very easy to use. Okay, the next ones I want to look at. In and out of, on and off. Now with get in or get out of cars, or lorries, or vans, but not much else. Okay, now why? Because you get in or get out of something three-dimensional, a box. You can walk in to a room, walk in a room, or walk out of a room. Okay? So still, the room is a box. You can walk in a bar. You can walk out of a bar. You can walk in the cinema, walk out of the cinema and run, or even jump out of the window, because the room is the box. Okay? And we think that cars, vans and lorries are like a box. However, we say, by the way, get in actually means get into the box. It's very similar to go in or go out of, but get in is like when you're actually sitting in. So we use get for lorries, cars and vans, but we use get on or off for public transport. Planes, trains, buses. You get on a bus or you get off the bus. You get on a train, you get on a boat. Okay? And it's because, I drew this underneath, it's because with public transport we think of it like a surface. You get on and you get off. Even the double-decker buses, you used to just jump on the double-decker buses and jump off the back of them. And so we think of them like a surface. Public transport is like a surface, and that's why it's on or off. And lorries, cars or vans are like a box, so you get in, you get out of. Okay? Now, another very important thing to mention, fall over and fall down. What's the difference? Well, usually you need to use this one when you want to say on upal. He fell over, not he fell down. Okay? Fall down is a little bit different. We normally use fall down for trees and buildings. The tree, there was a very big storm last night and the tree fell down. Or you might say that the buildings fell down. After the terrorist attack, the buildings fell down. Because fall down, it's not something fall over is unintentionally fall. And a building or a tree cannot unintentionally fall. Okay? Only people can unintentionally fall, and so people fall over, buildings and trees fall down. People can fall down the stairs, and people can fall down a hole. But they're the only kinds of exceptions I can think of, because then you can feel the motion. You're describing the movement down. You fall down the stairs, you fall down a hole. But when you fall over, it's just, you trip over and fall over, okay? It means you end up on the floor. But okay, so people fall over. Usually buildings or trees fall down, but people can fall down the stairs or fall down a hole because it's a movement down. Trip over is when you hit something with your foot and fall over. So it's unintentional, you trip over. However, if you try to trip someone else, you trip someone up. Trip someone up. So children often do this. They're naughty in the playground and they put their foot out and they trip someone up. Okay? Bend over is very simple. It just means like that. You bend the top part of your body forwards and you bend over. The following ones, kneel down and sit down. Kneel just means go down on your knees. So kneel down is similar to sit down, and stand up is similar to get up. Get up, stand up. They're very, very similar. Should be quite easy. Turn round, it just means when you turn round, okay? Turn round just means turn your head in the other direction. It could actually be all your body. You can turn round like that also. So round very often means this motion. If you go round someone, then you go round them. Maybe there's a lorry on the road and you decide to drive round them. You go round them. Okay? Bump into, I think this is like stalkivatsa, stolknutsa. If you accidentally if you accidentally see someone in the middle of the shopping centre, you bump into them. You say, I bumped into my cousin yesterday in the shopping centre. But it can be physical as well. It doesn't have to be just when you see someone by chance. You can actually bump into them. And if it's a minor crash in your car, you might say, I bumped into another car. But you can also say crash into, and it's similar, but it sounds more serious. Okay, run after means chase. I ran after the criminal because he had my new iPhone or something like this. And hopefully, if you run fast enough, you will catch the criminal up. Catch up with someone means when you chase them and catch them up. Okay? If you're in a race and you fall behind in the race, you're not running fast enough, you have to try to catch the competitors up, you catch the other runners up. Okay? So fall behind, we don't have to use this with movement, but it does mean that you're at the back of the race. But I could say it for students in a class. I could say one student, he hasn't been doing his homework and he has fallen behind the other students. And so he will have to work very, very hard to catch up with those students. Okay, so you can fall behind with work. You can fall behind with your mortgage repayments. If you're paying for your house, you can say, nah, I've fallen behind with my repayments. I need to catch up. Okay, so it's not just with work. Creep up on someone is when you're trying to quietly come behind someone and then maybe surprise them or shock them. It's when you're following somebody and you're trying to surprise them, so you creep up on them. Maybe it's your kid's birthday and you decide to take a present, but you creep up on them to surprise them. Okay? Creep up on. Creep is always walk quietly. Last one, walk in on someone. If you walk in on someone, it means that you surprise them when they're not expecting and don't want to be disturbed. So maybe maybe you live together with a few other friends, you're in a student accommodation, student house, and you go in to use the toilet and you walk in on someone in the shower. They don't want to be disturbed, they don't want to be seen, so you walk in on them accidentally. Walk in on someone always means disturb someone who doesn't want to be disturbed. Let's say you've got a teenage son, and he has his girlfriend. You don't know that he's in your lounge with his girlfriend. You walk in on them when they are kissing. They don't want to be disturbed, you walk in on them. Okay? If you have any questions about any of these phrasal verbs, please ask questions under the video. I always answer questions which are put under the video. And if I don't, then it's my mistake. Please write it again and I will answer, I promise. Okay, thanks for your attention. Please subscribe for more lessons. I'll get lots more phrasal verb lessons each and every week. Because use them as often as possible and your English sounds better and better and better. Thanks for watching. Please subscribe if you've enjoyed this lesson and would like to receive more over the next few weeks. Here are some videos on phrasal verbs, auxiliary verbs, tenses, and verb forms as well, like gerunds and 2+ infinitive. Please watch them and try the quizzes below the videos, and I hope that you improve.